Hey y'all, I'm Goldie Vegas, and welcome to Vegas Nonstop with Jonathan Scott.
And that's me. And then my microphone's coming back. And Enoch could check and see if we're live.
Ron, that's what I'm doing right now.
Hi everybody, Jonathan Scott with Vegas Nonstop. And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, y'all. I like to say y'all. Somehow coming out of Chicago, I don't know that y'all even sounds right.
Are you from Chicago? You never mentioned
I never mentioned being from Chicago.
I thought it was Alabama.
So check and see if we're on the air.
We're on there.
Okay, cool. That's always a good thing. And sitting next to me is our general manager and all-around good guy, Todd DeRemer, general manager of the Silver Sevens Hotel and Casino. We are located at Flamingo in Paradise, right on the corner. And if you've been here for a while, it used to be Terrible's, it used to be the Continental, but guess what? It's going to be the Continental again.
It's coming back to the Continental again.
So it's Friday, and Todd always has a handful of player promotions to talk about. And we've got food specials to talk about. Where do you want to start?
I'll answer the question on the Continental. It's a 2-year process. Yeah, but the entire casino gets redone.
So we didn't introduce Enoch. We introduced Todd. Enoch Augustus Scott. Are you on camera? No. You're not on camera? Okay. Host of Zombie Burlesque at the David Sachs Planet Hollywood V Theater.
Yes.
And sitting next to Enoch is the lovely and charming Goldie Vegas,
Hello.
who sometimes gets mistaken for Marilyn Monroe, I think.
Yes.
See? That's it. So let's talk about Friday player promotions first.
Okay.
And I'm always confused if the drawings are on the half hour or the hour, because on Friday it's different than Saturday.
Correct. So Fridays, it's on the hour, and it'll be 7 to 11. $500, one winner every hour gets drawn, so we give away $500 every hour, 7 to 11. And that's Friday. And then Saturday, it's every half hour, 7 to 10. 3 winners every 30 minutes get drawn. And Saturday is Pin It to Win It. Remember Pin It to Win It?
I love Pin It to Win It.
He thinks it's hit it and quit it.
Pin it to win it, and you pin the carrot nose on the snowman, and you win the value that's inside the carrot as long as you hit the bullseye.
So you get to pick. There's a bowl of carrots.
There's a bag of carrots, and you pick your carrot, and then you pin it on the snowman, and if you hit the center, pretty big center, if you hit the center, you get the value that's inside the carrot. There's up to $1,000 cash.
Up to 1,000.
Yep. So the max you can get is 1,000, and they're reshuffled every time, so every drawing is new. Could be $1,000 winner every drawing. It just depends upon who draws what carrot.
And I always ask how you qualify. I think starting at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, you have to swipe your card. You earn points all day. You swipe your card for the drawing, and then about 6:30 you should swipe, and then you'll be in for the drawing. You'll continue earning drawings all night, but you'll need to swipe and enter once by 6:30 and get entered in, or you can enter later. You'll just miss that first 7 o'clock drawing.
So those are slot players. Well, what about table games?
Table games players earn points also, and they earn in the same process. They just earn based upon time played versus a slot machine where you earn points by playing the slot machine for each game you play.
So I know that there's some things going on with the table games, like the table games have downtown odds.
Correct. We have downtown odds and craps. We also pay 3 to 2 on blackjack. Any table minimum, doesn't matter. Some of the strip properties will make you bet $100 just to get the 3 to 2 odds. Whatever the table minimum is, you can play. It's usually $10, and so you'll get 3 to 2 blackjack.
And is the blackjack promotion still going on, where if the dealer gets a 21, it's blackjack?
The deal of the day is still going on. That's every Saturday night at 10:30. We'll draw 6 winners, and they play on a specific blackjack table. But to get into that promotion, you have to hit a suited blackjack, playing blackjack all week long, and you put your entry into the drum, or you can hit roulette any number. We always use 36 because that's a lucky number.
That's my lucky number.
I know, exactly.
36?
Yeah.
36, doesn't it sound lucky?
Sure.
Okay.
When I first started coming to Las Vegas and I loved playing roulette, I would hear all these different systems of playing roulette. You know, I played 2 numbers on each side of 36. That's that system. Then I forgot the guy's name, but there's the outside in, where I would watch if the ball, there's 3 groups of 12 numbers, 0 to 12, 12 to 24, 24 to 36, and the outside line pays 2 to 1. So if it would go 5 times and it wouldn't hit on the last group, I'd play 24 to 36, I would double it. Okay. So 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, or whatever that is, to 640, and then 1280. But on the regular casino floor, it couldn't go over 1,000 without going into high rollers.
Yeah.
So, and then I would take the money and I would even move it inside and start playing from the outside in. I forgot what that's a system, but did you have a system for roulette?
No system.
I didn't realize you could have a system at roulette.
It still is 38 spots on a wheel, and you spin the ball.
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah.
And do tables there?
What is this outside-inside thing?
Well, there's 24 to 36 or 12 to 24. There's three, it's 36
Right.
numbers.
Layout.
Right, the
Specific
outside
spots,
numbers.
yeah.
And your tables here
They're
have
like a lane that's the outside lane that you can fall in. And then
no, but then there's red and black. You can do red or black as well. And then do you have 0 and double 0?
We do have 0, double 0. So 38 spots on the wheel.
And that pays 36 to 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got roulette.
Any number pays 36 to 1. Any
But
number
at some places, the double 0 would even
pay
pay more.
correct.
Yeah, but not here. But so that's the promos. Any other promos besides hit it and quit it?
We have a lot of great stuff coming. Let's start with Christmas. So Christmas, we're doing 25 times points, not drawing entries, but 25 times points. So if you come in and you earn when you normally would earn 1 point, 3 points for every dollar coin in on a real game, you'll get 25 times that. So
That's that one.
that's 25 times points. And then we have a dinner actually in the cafe for Christmas as well. Roasted ham with mixed vegetables, mashed potatoes, $21. Come in on Christmas. Yeah, really good. So that's happening as well on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then, as we've talked about before, if you come into the cafe, spend $30 cash or credit card, just non-comp. You spend $30, you get $10 in free play down on a slot machine. You just have to go to the cage, get it activated on your card, or sign up for a card, and you will get the $10 in free play. So spend $30, you get 10 back. It's like spending $20.
That's the food special, and there's also what's the big one where you win you can play $200 in free play every
That's
every
New Year's.
week.
You're jumping ahead.
That's it. Oh.
So New Year's Eve. First of all, New Year's Eve midnight we'll have a champagne toast. Bunch of stuff happening. As you know, we will have live entertainment.
We have the
with
Rum
Lounge
Runners
here.
playing with Elena Crockett. It's gonna be
8:30
good.
to 12:30 should be a great night, and then we also have a special in the cafe that night. So for $49, we have steak and lobster special, and that's a 6
You're not
ounce.
supposed to mention the price.
No, it's good because for the 30 for 10, you actually turn around and get it for 39, right? So.
Oh yeah, great. Oh yeah, because
You'll spend over 30. So if you buy this, you'll qualify instantly for the 10. So if there's 2 people, you can get 2 people to do it, or however many you have in the party. Each individual can go ahead and get the $10 in free play for their dinner. So
and we're gonna have the countdown at midnight as well.
we will have the countdown at midnight as well. But promotion-wise, New Year's Eve we have a lot of great stuff happening. Biggest thing is we have win free slot play for a year. And so it's big. So every week for 52 weeks, you'll get $200 in free slot play valued at $10,400. You just come in, the $200 will automatically be on your card every week. So a lot of people will be playing all week long next week as well as this weekend because you've been earning entries all month. So come in on Monday. Not only will you have the 25 times points, you'll have multiple entries for drawings 10 times on Monday, and then on Tuesday you'll have 5 times drawings entries. So big deal for that drawing happening on New Year's Eve. It'll be the best drawing around, at least in the neighborhood for sure.
Amazing.
That's
That's-
free slot play for a year. If you're a slot player, you don't want to miss out on this one.
And then, without jumping ahead, New Year's Day now. There's another New Year's Day special.
There is a brunch New Year's Day, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it's a champagne brunch. Lots of great stuff, as you'd imagine, on the
Pardon
brunch.
me. Did you say 7 a.m.
I did.
on New Year's Day?
Yes. So
Well,
for
some
those
people
of you
be
that don't
staying.
know,
Are the people's?
There are rooms here.
Yes,
People
we
stay
have-
here.
We have 330 hotel rooms that should be full,
Right
and
on.
there'll be people to eat.
Yeah. Wait, people to eat or people who want
People
to eat?
who want to
Okay,
eat. Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a zombie.
Yeah,
you have
people,
to clarify.
people, who
Zombie.
want, people who want to eat in the cafe starting at 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
And that'll be a classic brunch with optional mimosa and shrimp cocktail.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I always mention that Silver Sevens has free parking. Silver Sevens has free entertainment, great promos, great player promotions, live entertainment, and I think we've got some of the best, if not the best, entertainment options here in Las Vegas, which we handpick from our friends, and we're thrilled that everybody comes here and hangs out, and we've got other entertainers that come in, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think we covered pretty much. Oh, for more information, just go to the website, silversevenscasino.com.
Correct.
So everything's going to be on there. You can send us emails. You can register. We encourage you to sign up for the I want to say the A team.
The A play.
The A play card, because you could anything from $10 free play to
Up to $250. You get it. You actually, when you sign up for the club, you get a swipe at the kiosk, and then you hit a wheel, and values anywhere from $10 to $250 in free play just for signing up.
And it's a
You
lot
should
of
call
fun.
it the A-Team, and then you could have Mr. T be like, I pity the fool that doesn't sign up for the A-Team until the 7th.
Okay, so we covered all the player promotions.
Yes, we did.
We've covered table games. We've covered the food, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, ham special. I think it's kosher ham.
I was worried.
Kosher lobster.
He also forgot the 37 new slot machines we put in September that people just keep winning on.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Where are those?
All over the place.
Oh, so they're
What's the
scattered
hottest-
around.
They're
what's
scattered
the
all
hottest
over the
slot
place.
machine right now? What do you think?
So,
the newest, hippest, hottest. What's the kids talking about? What's got Riz?
So there's a bunch of new ones, but people still continue to go back to Dragon Link. Dragon Link and Lightning Link are the two that people just keep playing, and they've been out so long, but people just feel the luck from them, and they the best thing they do is they make you feel like you have a shot to win. So if you get down a little bit from the volatility, which means high and low wins, the volatility on that game gives you a shot to dig out if you get down a little bit, or to just win big.
right up.
So what are the new games?
Way too many.
Wait, there's a bit. And I thought we talked about this. That I
Point
thought Wheel
Trio,
of Fortune.
Buffalo Ascending, like all kinds of stuff.
Buffalo Ascending.
Yes.
Buffalo Ascending.
Buffalo
The
Ascending.
city or the animal?
It's the animal. Buffalo's $1 million brand, by the way, from a slot machine standpoint. If you ask, it's $1 billion brand. I mean, if you ask Aristocrat, that's what they will tell you. It's $1 billion brand. But Buffalo Ascending means the reels grow. So as you're playing, the reels will get an arrow, and then they'll grow, and then it expands the winning.
Right
That
up.
sounds fun.
It's very cool.
Aristocrats. I know a joke.
No.
I thought Wheel of Fortune was the most popular game.
Wheel of Fortune is still very popular, but much more of a tourist casino. It's a little more popular.
Oh.
Locals go for video slots more than anything else, and as you know, locals love our location and they love to play here. So we have more of what they would go for, including video poker as well.
Before we let you go, I do want to talk football with you just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
So I've seen the lines
I
change.
heard you actually won some money.
I won last night. I took the Rams last night and the over. And so I won last night on a 2-team parlay. And then over the weekend, I hit three-team parlays. I sent you 2 of them because I knew you'd be watching.
Yeah.
But what I
I didn't
noticed,
watch it all, by the way.
I don't know when he has time to watch, really.
I was out doing other stuff.
I think he says, don't tell me what happened because Todd watches it on time
I
delay.
watch games late. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't do that. I have to watch right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've seen the lines move a little bit since yesterday even. Thursdays. When I look at my system for sports wagering is probably different than anybody else's, but I always start by explaining to those that have never done sports wagering what the spread means, and what the over and
I
under.
can do it. I can do it.
You want to do it?
The spread is if you're playing, it's like when you're playing in the neighborhood kickball, and one team was better than the other team, so you would spot the worst team a couple of points so that it was
That's right.
fair.
That's right.
That's how Jonathan describes the spread.
That's right. And usually the home team gets 3 points extra, and usually it's
football.
a field goal in football.
Yep.
In football. And then the over and under is simply the total at the end of the game, or you could bet the half, or you could bet the quarter. And a parlay, just so you don't know, is any more than one thing happening. So when I bet the team to win, and it could be a money line, you don't have to take the spread. You can just bet win or loses money line. And any more than one thing happening is a parlay.
Parlez-vous français.
Now, one time, parlez-vous français. One time I hit a 10-team parlay. I don't expect to ever have that happen in my lifetime again.
It's like the lottery.
Yeah, and I turned in the ticket, and the guy said, I've never seen one of these before.
Wow.
Are you sure he was talking about the ticket?
So
Yes.
what you didn't talk about is betting hockey.
Because I don't understand hockey, and you do.
So
But you talk about hockey.
The best thing about betting hockey is I like to choose underdogs and bet them on the reverse puck line. So the puck line is it's minus
Excuse me?
it's minus 1.5. So the puck line, the favorite team is
This is a
minus
family
1.5.
show.
The puck line, P-U-C-K,
Oh,
the
sorry.
puck line minus 1.5. That's the favorite team. And so if you bet the reverse puck line, if you think the road team or the team that's the underdog is going to win, you can bet them to win by 2, and it's usually plus 2, 250, 300. And then if you start parlaying that with over-unders and stuff, you'll get a pretty high multiplier on a parlay really quick. So
And that's called the home dog.
home dog.
Betting the home
That,
dog.
I know, is $45 in Thailand.
The home dog.
The home dog.
Yes. And
again,
football, remember, -3. The home team always starts -3. So if you see the road team favored, that means they're getting, if let's say they're -2, that's a +5, right, for that team. So you always got to remember that the home team automatically is -3 out of the gate. That's how the book set them, and then they build from there. So anytime you see a road team favored, then you know that they really believe that team's better than the home team.
And I'll confess that I followed a sports handicapper that you and I both know last week, and I took 3 of his 4 picks, and those are what won.
Yeah.
Because I noticed, and I look in the newspaper, which, again, I read every day, and I look what these handicappers are, and if they're 50-50 for the season, why do I need them? I've got as much chance of picking the winner as they do if they're 50-50 throughout the season.
Right,
Well, I think anybody, when they're gambling, would say, I'll take it even. So I don't know that that's... I think you're probably not 50% on your picks.
On my picks?
Yeah. I think you're probably less than 50%. That's why we're going to go
about
the other
even-
side.
Yeah, I'm about even, give or take a few bucks
As you
for the
took the
season.
ones from yeah, so that's how I got
As
the
I've heard,
But I did take your hockey picks,
segment
has
and
been
all
pretty
3 of them
lost.
All 3 of them lost. And the one time, I like betting with other people.
Yeah.
Because I don't care.
Yeah.
Somebody says, bet this, like a horse race also. Says, I've got a lucky. Okay.
So the best thing about hockey is teams down by 1, and if you're betting the team to win by 2, the team's down by 1, they pull the goalie, you get an empty net goal, pull the goalie last minute, whatever. And so the puck line covers more than you would think.
That's
Which
probably
means
the
they have
most
to win by
exciting
2.
thing that I like about watching hockey is when they pull the goalie. To me, that's like fun. It's like they're
It's
going
a mad
for it.
scramble.
Yeah, I
Which
love
is
that.
not
You know what
fun.
I think is most exciting about hockey is the hot dogs. And I saw Wayne Newton perform.
Oh, nice.
At halftime.
I'm assuming that's at a Golden
always a
Knights,
good day.
right?
Yeah,
It's at the Golden
Knights. Yeah, I thought he doesn't do that everywhere.
No, I don't think I saw him in those.
If you've never gone to a Golden Knights game, and whether you know anything about hockey or not, it's really a good time.
It really is.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
I
So
have-
anyway, I saw some of the lines move on Thursday, and what I do, I look for the biggest amount of spreads. If it's double digits and one team is favored by more than 10, I like that. And you could buy points. So I could buy it up if it's, for instance, it changed already. Friday, this is Friday's paper. We've got games, by the way, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this week. So if you're a football junkie like I am, you can sit. Buffalo is favored by 12 and a half.
Christmas game.
12 and a half over the Chargers. Now, the Chargers quarterback is out for the season, but 12 and a half, if you buy it up to 14, that's two touchdowns that they have to win by. Any opinion on
I
that
still
game?
think I would take the Bills.
You still take
Against
the Bills
Chargers, I think I would.
minus 12 and a
I
half?
think I would, yes.
Well, I mean,
They
the
did
Chargers
just
are pretty
The
bad.
Bills did just beat the Cowboys pretty handily last weekend.
They did. And then, look at the quarterbacks, and Buffalo is really, they're having a great season. Josh
Yeah.
Allen's looking
They
great.
came back on. Yeah, they were slumping for a little while there, but they came back on for sure.
And these are different Buffaloes than the ones that are ascending.
They are not the Buffaloes on the map. These are from
That's a very
the
good
place
question.
We're
Buffalo.
going to have to get a flow chart or something. I'm going to need a
The place from
whiteboard.
Buffalo.
Okay.
So
Do a
Saturday,
PowerPoint presentation or something.
the morning game is Cincinnati the Bengals against the Steelers, and both teams that I've been watching have been a little erratic throughout the season. I like betting the Steelers. I'm a big Steelers fan. I love Franco Harris and the Steelers history, but it's been tough to.
They don't know who's quarterbacking yet. That gives you a good indication that probably the Bengals is the choice.
Yeah, well, they're favored by only 2.5.
That seems like a pretty good line. Are they on the road?
Yeah,
Pittsburgh? It's
yeah,
in Pittsburgh?
yeah. Pittsburgh's at home.
So they think they're 5.5 points better. The book does.
And Sunday doesn't have any big spread games, but on Monday we've got Kansas City against the Raiders in Kansas City, and the Chiefs are favored by 10. Again, the Chiefs have been kind of erratic. I love betting on Patrick Mahomes. How could you not? He's probably going to be the MVP, most valuable player for the whole season. But, it depends on what week he shows up.
Is that Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
No, that's Kelsey.
That's on that team,
He's
right?
on that team.
He does
You are
play for
correct.
Tracy. Yeah.
He plays for Kansas
Travis
City.
Kelce plays for Kansas City.
What
Chiefs.
does he play?
He's a tight end.
Just let it go, okay? Just let it go. So Raiders plus 10. I mean, the Raiders, surprisingly enough, what was it, 63-21 or something like that last
That's
week?
the reason we're betting against the Chargers.
Yeah, but what do you like at Kansas City minus 10 or Raiders
I would
plus
take
10?
Kansas City minus 10. Primetime Kansas City usually delivers.
I think so, too. And then the other big game is on Monday night as well, which is Philadelphia with the Eagles, again, sporadic, against the Giants. And the Eagles are favored by 13, so you can buy it up to 2 touchdowns. And the Giants have been hard to...
I don't like that 13-point. I would probably take the Giants.
You take the Giants
I
on
don't
that
like
one.
the Eagles to cover that spread.
So now if you want to get fancy-dancy and use some of the things we talked about here, you could do a parlay, and you could take all these heavy points, You know, the 10s and the 12s and the 14s.
Or you could take the Vikings against the Lions.
I hate
I know
to say
you
it,
like
but
that.
I'm going to take the Lions on that game because your Vikings have,
They
again,
didn't do so well last weekend.
no.
I guess
no.
next week we'll know.
We will.
And we're coming down to the wire here on who's going to make the playoffs and wild cards, and we'll talk about that. And we haven't figured out what we're going to be doing for Super Bowl, but it's going to be the big game. I'm sorry, I can't say
game
Super
will be
Bowl. The big game.
Yep.
What we're going to do here, but I'm sure we're going to do something special. And I want to thank Todd for joining us for the Toddcast section of the game. And make sure he's the most personal guy. If you see him here on the casino floor, make sure and say hi.
Say hello, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I look forward to seeing everybody down on the casino
So
floor.
why don't you play us a little music over there? We've got Tilley on keyboards, and we're going to let Todd go run the hotel a little bit.
Awesome.
And thanks for joining us. And there
See
we
if I can
go.
sneak out.
What time is
We good? There we go. We're good. Phyllis Tilley on keyboards. Why is she playing the theme song for Sanford and Sons? You might be wondering. Because we play a game called Truth or BS, where we take a classic TV sitcom, and Enoch Augustus Scott does a little research, and we come up with a game called Truth or BS, and we have to guess. Goldie and Tilley, Phyllis Tilley and I, we're going to guess whether he's telling the truth, but he's going to say the rules to the game first.
Well, I think he just did. You're so far away.
I know.
I miss you so much. She used to play at the Star Lounge, and we would go there, and we would do a sort of impromptu version of WAP.
Yes, I love that.
It was absolutely incredible.
What is it?
WAP by Megan Thee Stallion.
How does that go?
I don't think we can.
Give us a little. Come on.
I don't think we can do it on the air.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that song. No, we
Yeah, yeah.
I
can't
told
do
you
that.
about.
Yes.
No, we can't do that song.
And then you do the most fantastic No Diggity, don't you? Like, there's
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Philly's incredible.
Well, I like it when you mention a song. I'm always gonna want you to play it. And Goldie's got some Christmas stuff prepared for us. So how's that second song go? Not WAP.
No Diggity. I like the way you work it. No Diggity. I'm gonna back it up. Give it to him, Philly. East side to the west side. No diggity, back it up. Like the way you work it. Gotta back it up now. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Sensitive viewer who forgot she had a microphone.
Where are you playing these days, Mama?
Every Thursday night at Don't Tell Mama.
Right now, I've got to come.
Why don't you move the microphone so it's in front of you? Just an idea.
I didn't know.
Just an idea. Just a little idea.
Yeah, every Thursday night at Don't Tell Mama, which is downtown.
At Neonopolis.
And Fremont and Neonopolis.
Yeah, owned by our friend Joshi.
Yes.
He owns the whole thing.
The one in New York, too? Oh, Neonopolis.
No, he owns all of Neonopolis.
Oh, wow.
Great guy, Joshi. He just got an award like, I don't know, Businessman of the Year or something like that. Just a great guy.
I think I was runner-up.
Do you remember we were doing this Vegas nonstop for years now, but we were doing it at the Art Museum at Notoriety for years, which is a lot of fun. People didn't even know there was an art museum at Neonopolis.
Right.
But there's also the axe throwing thing. And
Don't get me started on axe throwing.
I've never done it.
I would never, in a million years,
walk into a place where people who may or not be intoxicated are tossing axes around.
Welcome to Las Vegas. Have a cocktail and throw an axe.
Oh my
Sounds
god.
fun. What can go wrong?
Oh my word.
I would call it, what can I axe you? All right, rules, the Imperial Bear Graham
Let's check in with Goldie first. How are you doing, Mama?
Great, thank you.
What have you been up to since the last time we saw you?
Well, I have been playing shows with my band. I have some upcoming shows that I'm excited
What's the
about.
name of your band?
Goldie, Vegas, and the Playboys.
And the Playboys.
Yes.
And you have some, because I follow you on the Instagram, you were doing some sort of variety show or something downtown?
Yeah, I produced a variety show recently at the Fat Cat Lounge inside the Downtown Grands. And I did a few celebrity impersonations. I do Janis Joplin, Marilyn Monroe, and Madonna. And then I also had a magician and an acoustic duo singing some songs and a spicy dancer.
Great to have you here doing your show sometime.
I would love it.
Yeah. And you've got a couple of songs, but we're going to get through. Well, unless you want to do a song right now. Do you want to do a holiday song first?
Sure, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's get some music on.
Let's get some music on
Okay,
first.
sure.
I know you've worked it up.
Sure.
I'll get out of the shot.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been a really good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I really want a yacht, and that's not a lot. I've been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, there's one little thing I need, the deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, there's one little thing for my stocking, please, a duplex and some checks, just sign me on the line. I'll be a good girl, dear Santa. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to tell you one little thing, a ring. And not on the phone, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Silly. Philly Tilley. Okay, now we can do the rules.
All right, so, truth or bullshit? Sorry, truth or BS? Old habits die hard. I will make a statement. You must decide whether this statement is in fact truth or BS. I am the ultimate arbiter of what is truth or BS. These are not opinions. These are absolute empirical facts.
Empirical.
You can lobby for your point of view. However, at the end of the day, I am the ultimate judge. of what is truth and what is BS. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
I wish we had the dramatic lights, like, remember the Weakest Link and stuff? Or like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like the light shift.
And today's show is going to be Sanford and Son.
Yes, and today we're doing the incredible, hit it a little bit,
Give us a little. Make sure we're still on.
Oh, they haven't struck us.
We are. Okay.
So, this isn't one of the questions because I thought it'd be low-hanging fruit. But do you know who wrote that theme song?
Yes.
That dude, Quincy Jones.
Yes,
Quincy
that is
Jones,
correct.
you. Who happens to be from where?
Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois. He is. When I met Quincy Jones, he showed me his scar. He said he was stabbed when he was 4 years old.
He's a Buddhist like I am. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo to you.
Yeah. All right, so truth or BS, I would wear any of the clothes that they wear on Sanford and Son.
True.
Obviously. That would be
I
true.
would say yes.
No, I would wear them. All their outfits are so fantastic. Like I went back and watched the episodes. Like every outfit is so vintage and classic and nutty. I love it. Especially Aunt Esther, her fucking church dresses and stuff.
Lamont, you big dummy! You fool! Sounds like Mr. T. I pity the fool.
I do pity the fool. There was a talking doll of Sanford, Fred Sanford. Truth or BS?
I'm going to say probably true.
I never heard of it, but maybe true.
I'm going to say BS.
Have you ever seen his house? Red Fox's house?
No,
It's on
he lives
Eastern
here.
Avenue. Oh yeah,
Okay.
he lived here. It's on Eastern Avenue near the cemetery. It's a big ranch house.
Up by the airport, you mean?
Yeah.
Who lives there now?
What?
Does anybody live there now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Red Fox's house.
I knew he lived here, but I didn't know where he lived.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he lived on Eastern. Yes, he did have a talking doll. There was an actual, like, squeeze him, and his catchphrase is, Lamont, you dummy! Lamont, you big dummy!
Elizabeth, I'm coming to see it. It's a big one.
And you know where he got that from? His mother apparently was a super
Yes.
hypochondriac, and so if anything happened, he'd be like, "Oh, my bronchitis! Oh, I can't move that box! I'm gonna have a heart attack!"
I'm coming!
He stole that all from his mom. And speaking of which, Red Fox died of an actual heart attack on the set of a show, but they thought he was doing a bit, and so no one helped him. Truth or BS?
True. True.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine the boy who literally I'm having a heart attack, and they're like, "Oh, Red, you're so crazy."
Yeah.
He's doing the bit from the show. Everybody come and look.
Yeah, he really got a heart attack.
And
and
so
died.
nobody got to him in time. Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Doesn't that really,
I can't believe it.
talk about the boy who cried wolf.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that's awful.
Can you imagine?
He was at the Hacienda for years. The Hacienda Hotel's no longer here. But for years he had his...
He played a lot in Vegas.
Yeah, he was
in
at the
old days.
Hacienda.
Hacienda.
Or the Rancho. Way out, north now, probably where South Point is.
Oh wow,
I think it was
that's
like
so far.
that far south.
There was stuff there then?
Yeah, there was the Rancho and there was the Hacienda out that side of town.
Interesting.
All right, Red Fox threatened to quit if they didn't hire the actress who played Aunt Esther.
I'd say true.
I'll say true to that also.
I'm gonna go with true.
Absolutely, yeah. They were best friends from children, and the studio didn't want to hire her because she didn't have enough experience, and he threatened to quit, and so they hired her.
Nice.
And
Good for her.
none of us can imagine the show without her.
No.
Absolutely.
All right, truth or BS? She was great. I didn't get it as a kid. I'm not going to lie to you, but it was the only thing on TV. There were only. I remember when there were only 3 channels or whatever. And it was on, and so you just ended up watching it. But I never liked it the way I Good Times or The Jeffersons or just something about it. In the junkyard, it just made me feel weird. And now, as an adult, I realize that I am Fred Sanford because I'm a box away from being a hoarder. My house, because I collect toys and stuff. My house looks like a crazy person. I was actually watching the things last night and imagining they should do a remake of Sanford and Son with me as Sanford, some gay niece or something that I have, and she's got her millennial opinions, and I'm like, listen, kid, you a fool.
Freddie Prinze show was on about the same time. I'm trying to remember the name of the Freddie Prinze show.
Is that Chico and the?
Chico and the Man.
Chico and the Man.
Yeah.
And is it the same?
And those were kind of the first shows that dealt with minorities, I think.
Well, really Sanford and Son, because actually the only show before Sanford and Son that had a African American black female or black lead was Julia. What's her
Marcus Welby, MD, or one of those doctor shows.
No, but Julia was the name of the show. She was a
the name of
nurse.
Julia's show.
And it was Diane Carroll?
Diane Carroll, yeah,
Right,
was
it's
the first
Julia?
black woman on network
But
television.
it was really sanitized, sort of whitewashed view, and a lot of people sort of criticized the show at the time for not really being representative. But Sanford and Son really did. But they tried 2 pilots of it before with white, because it's a remake of a English
British
sitcom
show, yeah.
called Stepco and Son.
In my notes.
Stepco and Son or something like that.
don't
But at any rate, they tried to make it twice. Norman Lear tried to make it twice with white people. And Red Fox, they didn't even want Red Fox to begin with. They wanted somebody else, and the guy wasn't available. And he recommended Red Fox because they had been in a movie together. And history was made.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching it because, like you said, there weren't a lot of TV stations, so I just turned on TBS. I feel like it was on TBS.
Yeah,
or
and
is that what it
reruns and
was?
stuff, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I went back and watched an episode last night from season 3, and it just really seems like they made a lot of commentary on like the current climate of the country was at the time. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes those 70s shows are more progressive than anything that's going on right now. We've so sort of segmented our audiences, but everyone, you couldn't go to, different cable stations to suit your specific need. There was, 3 television shows, and it had to sort of touch everybody or something. And so we all were watching the same television and really having conversations about things. And now sometimes I think people are so afraid to have those conversations or afraid to really...
Yeah, because we don't have that community based around those shows. We're all of our media is tailored to our own personal algorithm, basically.
Yeah.
So I see all the things I want to see.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary yesterday on Elvis, on the Elvis 68 special.
Oh, I love that one.
Did you just say it just came out? It's a new one.
I think she's talking about the
Oh,
special.
I thought you meant the black leather.
Yeah, it's how that show was made. It's the producer and director talking about fighting with Colonel Tom Parker, who fought with him tooth and nail about everything, and Elvis would at that point hated Colonel Parker. But the interesting thing is at the end of the special, they talk about John F. Kennedy's assassination, Bobby Kennedy's assassination, Martin Luther King's, and how that affected Elvis. And in the script, it was a Christmas special, the Elvis 1968 comeback special, and at the end of it, the last song that he did, Colonel Parker didn't want him to do it, which was "If I Can Dream."
Oh yeah,
Which is my favorite Elvis song.
It was in the movie as well. The recent movie.
Oh, yeah,
I forget what
The
it was.
Baz Luhrmann.
Elvis, yeah.
Yeah, that whole scene about he was wanting him to do a certain songs, and he just totally went off script.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting special. But anyway, Elvis was really interested in what was going on socially around the country as well. And in the 68 special, he hadn't been on stage for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
When he did that special. Anyway.
Fascinating.
It's a pretty amazing moment in history.
But it's still relevant today with, everything that's going on around the world and here and,
Yeah.
still a lot of strife going on.
Yes, there is.
A lot of hate.
Red Fox was older than I am now when he first played Fred.
He may have been younger than you.
What?
Oh, I'm going to say BS. Sorry.
Wait, he was.
Red Fox, the actor,
Yeah.
was older
Oh,
than I am
oh.
now when he started.
We have to know how old you are now.
I
I'm
think
50.
he was. Oh.
I think he might have been older.
Older. I'll go with older.
He's actually younger. He was 49,
Oh my God.
but his character was 65. But they put dye in his hair and stuff. He grew out the beard and looked scruffy. And he says the shoes really made him
He
walk
put on
clunky.
real heavy shoes.
Yeah, and
so
they made
he
him
would
walk clunky
clumpity,
like an
clumpity,
old
clump.
man.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But yeah, he would get mad though because everyone assumed he was 65 and he was really 49.
Oh my goodness.
The G stood for Glenn and Fred G. Sanford. Truth or bullshit?
BS. I don't think so.
BS. I'll go BS.
He doesn't look like a Glenn. So
No.
I'm going to say no.
Yes.
BS.
They never said what it stood for. However, Fred G. Sanford was his father's name, and his brother's name was Fred G. Sanford Jr., and I'm pretty sure it was Glenn. Their names were actually
Or
Glenn.
Gary.
So, it might have been Gary, but anyway. So it's half true and half not. The Vegas Golden Knights are the best team ever. Truth or BS?
BS.
Truth.
True.
The blondes have it. It's truth. Once again, please comment and send us emails to Jonathan Scott.
At news1lasvegas@gmail.com. That's news number one, not spelled out. News1lasvegas@gmail.com.
Grady, who got his own spinoff for 10 episodes.
Yeah, I know.
That barely counts. But his got the name Grady because the actor who played Lamont, his first name is really Grady. Truth or BS?
Lamont, you big dummy! I'd say true.
True.
Yeah, true. They were apparently just, that's where they got everybody. Like Sanford was his, they were just taking names from everybody around the room. Martin Luther King gave Red Fox the nickname Red. Truth or BS?
BS.
BS.
I don't know either way, so I'm going to go with everybody else.
Yeah, you're right. It's actually Malcolm X.
Really?
Really?
The nickname Red.
Gave him Red?
Based on his accent or something, because he was from Chicago, or I don't know.
Well, he has kind of like a red
Personality, I don't know.
skin
We call
tone, I
him,
don't know.
strike that. But how about that? Malcolm X gave him his nickname. All right. The famous truck from the opening lived in Las Vegas for a while.
I'd say
I would
true.
say true.
True. I
Since
go
he lived
true on
here.
that.
Yeah, he got it after the show and kept it for a while, and then he sold it, and it got auctioned off and sold for $5,500 the last time.
What?
Yeah, it was in like the
I
80s.
thought less
Oh
than
my
that.
gosh.
$5,500.
Like a piece of American history.
Dum, bum, ba-dum. And that's how we play Truth or BS. Hit
Yeah,
it.
that was the last question. So are we going to do...
Oh,
3500.
3,500.
3,500, yeah. You want to do ChatGPT and feed it in while I'm reading this stuff? You can do Goldie Vegas and Phyllis Tilley show up at the junkyard and want to buy keyboard and microphones from Fred Sanford. All right, well, I'll read this. Cleavon Little was the one who suggested Red Fox as the lead. Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles was approached to work on the project, but had to say no because of prior commitments. He suggested Red Fox, who was his co-star in Cotton Comes to Harlem in 1970. In the film, Fox played a junk dealer. Damon Wilson didn't think the show would last very long when he signed up. Damon Wilson caught the attention of executive producer Bud Yorkin during a guest appearance on All in the Family in 1971, where he played a burglar who broke into Archie Bunker's house. He thought about it long and hard, decided to take a chance. Wilson later said of saying yes to Sanford and Son, Red and I thought we could grab some quick cash, plus notoriety, then move on to the next project. CBS passed on the show and regretted it for years. Wilson and Fox first met each other in Las Vegas, where Fox was doing stand-up. 4 days after the first reading together, they performed in front of the All in the Family cast, where a visiting NBC vice president witnessed the future and ordered a pilot. Quincy Jones was skeptical of Sanford and Sons because he'd worked with Fox decades earlier in the shows and recalled not one word coming out of Red Fox's mouth being appropriate for NBC. He wrote what he looked like. Jones said about his composition, "The Street Beater" was the name of the song, the series theme song. It sounds just like him, doesn't it? And as Enoch said, Fox wore makeup to look older. Fox, who was nicknamed Chicago Red because of his hair color, was only 49 years old when the series began. Fred Sanford was 65. He complained a lot of people assumed he was Fred's age. The heavy shoes were what transformed Red into Fred, and big heavy shoes. Fred Sanford was named after Red's brother. It was a comedian's tribute to his brother who died 5 years before. After Lamont, Owsley was one of the two other teenagers who made up the Washtop Band that Red Fox formed when he dropped out of high school. Red Fox based the heart attacks on his mom. Fred Sanford is Mary Sanford, who's my mother, but you can reverse personalities into male or female. Fox told Sammy Davis Jr. on Sammy and Company, my mother would do the same thing. She'd have heart attacks when I was a kid. I remember when she wanted something done, she could hardly breathe. She had emphysema, she had cancer, she had lumbago.
Does anybody still get lumbago?
I don't know. It was a whooping cough.
I got that for sure.
LaWanda Page would have been fired if it wasn't for Fox. LaWanda Page, who was the only actress Fox wanted to play Fred's sister-in-law, Esther. Man, you ugly. You so ugly. I love that. You so ugly, Aunt Esther. They wanted to replace her. Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney co-wrote 2 episodes. They wrote The Dowry and Sanford and Son and Sister Makes 3. Red Fox actually walked off the show during season 3.
For contract dispute, he wasn't getting enough money.
Yeah, for the final 6 episodes of the 3rd season, Grady was put in charge of the business while Fred Sanford was in St. Louis attending his cousin's funeral because Fox had walked off the show. Fox and his physician claimed the actor was suffering from nervous exhaustion, claustrophobia, and calcification, whatever that is, between the 5th and 6th vertebrae in his back. And thanks to the show, his marriage of 17 years was falling apart.
Hey.
Yeah.
When it comes to tragedy,
he appeared at the studio flaunting a pearl-handled revolver and it already received a salary bump up to $25,000 an episode. So in 1970s, $25,000 an episode
It
was
was initial 6,000.
big dough. Yeah, there was a failed spinoff and 2 failed revivals. Grady got his own show. The Sanford and Son salvage truck was purchased for $3,500. It was a 1951 Ford F1. And when you talk about when Fox suffered a heart attack on the set of The Royal Family, his co-stars thought he was doing the bit from Sanford and Son. That was Sanford and Son.
Brilliant. All right, so scoot over so we can all sit, because you got to read, and it's on my phone. And you got to read too.
Oh, you move over here.
Yeah. Now we have some...
So ChatGPT is artificial intelligence, and Enoch and I play around with it where we put a script in, and this is what the writers were all crazy about, and it'll give us a scene with actual dialogue within 30 seconds.
All right.
I don't know if they're going to be able to read it, but there you go.
I will be the narrator, and you'll play Fred.
Okay.
And you're playing Philly, and you're playing Goldie.
Okay.
Okay.
The sun beats down on the eclectic assortment of discarded treasures in the junkyard. Goldie, dressed in sequins and feathers, and Philly Dilly, sporting a flashy suit. Wow. They got it right. Stroll in with excitement.
Well, Philly, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure. Let's find that treasure.
Absolutely, Goldie. And I heard this place has some hidden gems.
They navigate through piles of old furniture, car parts, and assorted odds and ends until they spot Fred Sanford, who's wiping his hands with a greasy rag.
Can I help you folks find something?
Almost racist.
We're in the market for a microphone and a keyboard, darling. Heard you might have some musical treasures here.
Yeah, we're putting on a show in Vegas, and we need top-notch equipment.
And my line is, well, you've come to the right place. Follow me. They follow
They
Fred.
follow Fred deeper into the maze of discarded items until he points to a dusty corner where an old microphone and a keyboard are nestled among forgotten relics.
Brushing off dust. Here you go, folks. Might need a bit of cleaning, but they should do the trick.
Perfect. We'll take them.
And maybe we can cut you a deal, Fred. How about front row seats to our Vegas show?
Why don't you just read it? You got yourself a deal. Just make sure to bring some of that Vegas magic back here.
Goldie and Philly Dilly happily make their purchase, leaving the junkyard with a microphone and keyboard in tow, ready to bring a touch of showbiz to the city.
Play us out. Play us
Lights.
out. That's how we do ChatGPT.
Produced by Norman Lear. Filmed in front of a live studio audience. Sanford Sun.
And that's how we play ChatGPT Theater, Truth or BS. I'm Jonathan Scott. I want to thank Phyllis Tilley for playing the keyboards, Goldie Vegas for playing along. I think you've got another song today. We can finish it in one more song, another holiday song. And we're going to be partying all weekend here. We've got Zonia de la Guardia here tonight, Friday from 8:30 to midnight. Again, free parking, no cover charge. We've got $7, $8 cocktails, $2 beers. If you can't have a good time here, you can't have a good time anywhere. You can like us and share us on all the social media at either Vegas Nonstop or Jonathan Scott LV. The website is Vegas Nonstop is our website, or go to silversouthern'scasino.com. And tomorrow night we've got Stephanie Calvert and Chris Marion. Stephanie Calvert from Starship and Chris Marion, who's with the Little River Band. Again, no cover charge. We are partying here at Silver 7, so come on, hang out with us. And Philly, take us on out of here.
And you know what's funny about this song? Is it's like, for a minute, it was actually doing better than Mariah Carey.
Yeah, it hit number one.
Because of TikTok and social media and stuff or whatever, it's getting a lot of reels or whatever.
Yeah, I think it hit number one again.
Yeah,
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can't see. Every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some carol.
watching, everybody. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you, Enoch. Thank you, Todd DeRemer. Thank you, everybody here at Silver Sevens Hotel Casino. If you're coming by, please stop and say hello, and we might even buy you a drink. Stay tuned next week. We're going to be back here doing
Same bad time,
Same bad time, Same channel with another classic TV sitcom.
Coming up next, your local news. And cheers.
Stay tuned for the news, and tune into NBC. We're on every Friday with in the local living section with an original song by one of the entertainers that's here on our stage. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And as always, Jonathan Scott reminding you to eat well and party hard, my friends. I'm going to go shut the camera.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. How warm are we?
I wore plaid.